Hello, people. Hi, guys. Hi, Linda, Kathy, Kim, Heather, Misbehavin', Sherry, Wendy. How is everyone today? Pam, hi. Got a few coming in now. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Jennifer. Wide awake. I'm afraid I'm half asleep today. Hi, Turbo. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Robin. Thanks for joining. So, guys, we're doing part 3 of this one. It's pretty cool. We've gotten through a fair bit. I've seen some awesome looking curtains this week in the group. Hi, Raylene. So we had Heather here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still lurking around there watching, but thank you, Heather, for this awesome image. And thank you also for the updated version without the critters. We have some very thankful people. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining. So yeah, we're very grateful. I left it off last week thinking that I might make this little part on the dress a different colour, but I think I might use the same colour that we used in the gems and the eyes there, so that we kind of bring a little bit of that into it as well. Yeah, Robin, there's a version of it without the critters in the group. It's in the same album. It just doesn't have the... Yeah. It's just been slightly changed. So we got a book to give away today as well. Heather has brought out 4 new books this week, so it was really hard for me to pick one to flip through and give away for you because they're all really beautiful. I decided to do a Christmas theme one, so we'll do a flip through. Hi, Alicia. We'll flip through and I'll do a flip through of that shortly. So there's loads of beautiful Christmas images in it. It's a greatest hits book, so it's a little bit larger than some of the other books have been, so that's pretty cool. We'll get to see some really pretty images and listen to some Christmas songs. Yeah, it's early, but it's not too bad. So yeah, pretty exciting. Welcome to everyone that's coming in, people watching If you're new and haven't done a live chat before, make sure that you are logged into YouTube, and then you'll be able to comment under live chat. Make sure that your little tab thing says live chat and not top chat, please. If you want to enter the giveaway, you need to make sure you're on live chat, otherwise you won't be caught up and on live like everyone else, so you may miss out. Who else have we had come in? Just checking. Looking good. So I've covered up our little critter. I should be right colouring around it. Thanks, Linda. I don't think we'll be getting to the little bits yet. I think we'll start on the hair today and do finish off the curtain so that we've done that sort of side of the page there. Yep, don't forget to put a thumbs up and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to join the event and get a copy of this beautiful image, then pop over to my group. It's the first group link in the description underneath the video. I have got some links here for all of Heather Valentin's info, which I'll do in a little bit, but pop over to the group. Make sure you answer the questions to get in, otherwise the admin won't let you in. Misbehaving? I'm okay. I just saw today. I've got hurt my finger the other night, and it turns out it's trigger finger, so bit doped up. No, not really. Just on anti-inflammatories, and they make me feel tired, a little bit sleepy. So yeah, just one of those days. I think I've had a bit of a cold too, so lost my voice during video recording of one of my videos this week too, so it's just been one of those weeks where things just don't seem to be going right. It happens. No, that's okay. So we yeah, we've got lots to do, so should we get started? I can't remember, do we normally do the flip through first? I'm really not sure. I might wait a little bit. I think we'll start on the image first, and I'm a little bit undecisive, or indecisive, either. Yes, I will get to see you tomorrow, Linda. We are doing our Copic certification course tomorrow, so and also Sunday I'm doing as well, so that will be exciting. I'll try and get a little bit of video if I can to show you guys how we went. So I've got some things here today. We're going to be doing some gold, and also we're going to do black hair today. So we've got our greys and white here to do. No need to be nervous, I'm sure it'll be fine. Hi Debbie, thanks for joining. So yeah, basically the course is to certify you, I don't know what that even means, it's probably just a fancy name for you know what you're doing. But I'm also doing the second part of the course, which is for teachers and things, so that's good. It's very exciting. It's only being held in Australia one place this year, which is in Victoria, so that was lucky as well. But I've been waiting for about 2 years to do it, so yeah, it's kind of, the anticipation has been killing me. Yeah, I'm doing both days, so yeah, so it should be fun. It should be fun. Looking forward to it. Alright, so I think we should get started. I've been kind of waiting for people to drop in, but we've had a few come in since then, but... Sherry. I've done that, been certified, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm hoping to learn a little bit, so hopefully there'll be stuff there that I won't know. That will be good. But I'm pretty excited about it. Bit of fun. And but yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that means, being certified, but there you go. Yeah, so I've got a few different colors here. I'm going to start with this little bit of curtain. I've got my mono eraser here somewhere, if I can find it. It's always one thing that I forget to get out. I'm just going to erase some of there's a little bit of red in the curtain. I'm just going to try and erase some of that out. And hopefully give us a nice clean spot to do that. Hi Loretta! Oh, you haven't done the curtain yet? That's okay. We can do the other bits, can't we? I'm just moving all my stuff out the way here. Bit noisy, sorry. So for the curtain, I wanted to do a little bit of gold, and I popped in the list yesterday the Zest blending solution I've got in a bottle, and I've also got this little spongy thing which is really cool because I just sort of pour a little bit on the top there when it gets a bit low, and I just sort of dip my brush in there and just get a bit on my brush and then just use it on there. So I'm not putting too much on the actual image. I'm only using a small amount each time. But the reason I wanted to use this is because with the gold, I like to put a little bit of a dark colour underneath, but it doesn't sort of blend in with the lighter colours very well, so I like to sort of blend that in to make sure that it's smooth for the next layer. Hi Caran! So yeah, I'm going to use a tiny little bit of that today. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it, but I just thought I'd show you how you can get a smoother blend between the layers. As long as you're using really light pressure on those layers, you'll be able to sort of layer a few different layers over the top of that without pushing down the tooth of the paper too much. So it's good if you're wanting to get real depth and things like that into skin, other things like that that you might be doing. So I've got, for the gold, I'm going to be using darker umber, goldenrod, canary yellow, which is in an extender, deco yellow, and white. So I'm starting with the dark umber, and I'm going to just put a little bit down for the darker parts of the gold, and then I'm just going to blend them in with the colourless blender, with the Zest blender. I'm just going to use my little sponge here, and then we'll just make sure it's dry before we go on to the next layer. We want to make sure it's dry so that the next pencils go over the top really nicely as well. So I've only got a little tiny bit on my brush, and I've got an actual crappy little brush there. I don't know, it's hard to see with it's like all broken and falling to bits, but it's a kind of a firm brush, so it'll get in there and blend that off nice and softly. Hi Randy! So yeah, I'm going to start that. I'm going to zoom in. Sorry if I'm a little bit not coherent today. I'm trying, I am really trying. Alright, just zooming in a little bit for us so we can lucky we did cover the critter. We're going to be close to it here. We've got dark umber, And I'm just going to bring this in, just in a really lightly, but in a few spots over this area. I just want a couple of darker areas, just kind of being random, I guess, through there. And I'm just going to use that little brush just to make sure that that's blended off nice and softly. I just want to get rid of the actual white toothy part so that the other colours will go over the top of it nicely. I haven't done very dark there, you probably can't see it. Hi Kim, thanks for joining. I'm just going to go back over that a little bit. It's still a little bit wet, so it'll just grab a bit of the pigment and pull it onto the page for me. And as I said, it's probably going to be hard to see until I start to put the other colours over the top. But just going in nice and lightly. And then I'm just using that blending solution just to soften off the, like smooth it off, I guess, get rid of the white paper underneath it and just soften it off a little bit. So the next colours will come over it nicely and blend into it without it looking too out of place. I'm going to wait for that to dry for a minute and we'll work on something else. I've got some terracotta, which is like a red brown, and also some burnt ochre, which is already sharpened off. Yeah, I did cover it for you. So I've got terracotta, and I'm just going to use this for the darker parts of the wood. I'm using fairly firm pressure already. I'm just going to go in and mark out these shadow areas first. Just adding a few in around the hand there. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the burnt ochre just to come over the top of that. Just putting the colour down to start with, and then I'll come back in with some more pressure in a moment. I just need a little bit more of the terracotta there, making that a little bit darker now. So the pharmacy near me didn't have a trigger finger brace, so I haven't got anything to put on my hands. I use these gloves sometimes because my hands just get so sore from arthritis anyway, but it is actually stopping me from being able to bend my finger. They're quite firm and tough, so they're stopping me from actually bending, which is really good. It's been a bit awkward the last 2 days. Just using the burnt ochre again. And just coming in a little bit more now. I'm going to use the white just to blend that off a little bit in those lighter areas. Hi Katrina, thanks for dropping in. Oh, Loretta, I broke it. I have received so much mail this week, it's not funny. Lots of happy mail. I've just got the terracotta again, and I'm just going to go back in and do the deeper side. I have had some happy mail, so stuff given to me as well as stuff that I ordered come in. So it's been a pretty busy week for mail this week. I think we've received a package nearly every single day. I'm going to do this part here around the bottom of the mask stick there. I'm going to do that gold as well, so I'm just going to go back in with that dark umber and put a couple of little spots of that in. I'm actually going to do it all on one side this time. I'm leaving a gap for the outside edge. Oh, you did? And how did the pan pastels go? Metallics. I haven't got metallics. I haven't got much. No, actually, I've collected quite a bit now. Probably about half. So I've just done that really lightly down, off to the side a little bit, not right in the middle. And I'm just going to use that Zested again and just sort of soften that off again. Whose birthday is it? Did I miss that? Half a male is good, yes. Hi Laurie, sorry, didn't see you there. Whose birthday is it? Oh, Kathy, the Deb was absolutely beautiful. It was stunning. My daughter looked absolutely beautiful. I'm so proud of her. She had a wonderful time. We got to see them dancing and wearing their white dresses. It was very, very beautiful. Actually, that's probably what's exhausted me this week, is that coming up to that event, there was a lot going on. I think sometimes after a stressful event like that, your body just goes, time to rest. But that's exactly what happened. So I know I haven't put this on the list for today, but from the eyes and the gemstones there, I'm going back to those colors I used in there, and I want to put that into her dress down here. So I thought maybe I'd just do, I've got the Parrot Green. I'm just going to do a few little spots which will be darker. Try not to have them too much on the edges because, you know, she's not up against anything here, but she's sort of got this stick here holding against her body there, so I'll make sure there's a shadow there. And bring one down here a little bit. I want it to sort of look a little bit shiny, I guess, too. Just, it's kind of got a frilly edge to it, so I'm just going over those sections. It's been covered over a bit by the red, so there's not a lot there anyway. And up here under her mask, I'm just going to put some of this darker colour in there as well, along the bottom of the frill there, and in those little creases, the valleys of that frilly part there. So I've got the light green, no, it wasn't on the list. It was from the start of the week. So that was Parrot Green, which is PC1006. It's the same colours that we used in the eyes and on the little critters. I've got light green, which is 920. I'm just going to go over the top of that. Let's come up there a little bit. Using medium pressure. I'm just going over it a few times so that it smooths and flattens off the tooth. And I'm just going to really lightly put it over the really lighter section because we're going to go over that with white, but I want a little bit of colour in there. Hi Nick, or Tina. Whoever that is, Nick and Tina. I'm just going to use the white now and go over the top of that and smooth it all off and make sure the tooth's nice and flat. Probably should have used the eraser over that area because we've got a little bit of red residue coming over that. my brush. Kind of subtle, but it's matching those little jewels there, which are now jewels. There's I'm just rounding them off a little bit actually. They got a bit covered over last week. I've just got the white gel pen too, which I'll just, I'm going to go back over those because those areas have already changed colour or dulled off a little bit. Okay, I've just got to finish that little top frill there, just a little bit. It's so tiny you can hardly see it, but it's worth doing the little details. And then a tiny little bit of white in there as well. We've forgotten her skin up there too, so I have to come back in later with skin colour. Are we talking about a baby? Because babies are so cute. Yay! So cute. Love babies. Okay, we'll go back to the curtains now. So I've got Goldenrod. This should be dried off enough now. I'm just going to go over the top of those colour, the darker colour I already did. And because I've used the Zest it now, the Goldenrod should just smooth straight over the top of it, and you won't be able to see sort of any dots or lines through there. It'll just look nice and smooth now. Just like that. You should be able to see that coming through in the camera now. Just going to come into some of those areas that we didn't do the brown in, but I just want to add some more shadow in those areas. So just around the top of the curtain there, and also on the bottom there. Look, go back down here as well, do the same thing, just going over the section I've already done. So we're kind of filling up the right hand side of the handle there. I want it to look round, so just going underneath each of those edge pieces in there as well, just to add in a little bit of shadow. Okay, so I've got Canary Yellow next. That was Goldenrod I just used, that's right. It's kind of like, for me, it's the same color as YR23. It's kind of like a brown yellow color. It's almost exactly the same color as the yellow ochre actually in this one. They're so similar. I've got Canary Yellow, and it's so tiny you can't even see the words, but it's PC916. Just going to come in, and I'm going to leave a tiny little section because I want to put a nice light. Oh, of course, I just broke it. Okay. I want to leave a tiny little bit of white on each edge. So just coming up here now and just going over the goldenrod and back in towards the lighter section, leaving still space though for a lighter colour. I was going to do these orange and I took the orange off. I thought maybe gold might be a little bit better. Okay, I've got some yeah, I am, aren't I? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm I don't know. I've got Deco Yellow. I'm going to finish off covering up most of the white now. Most of the white area, and then I'm going to come in with the white pencil and just lighten that off slightly. So that was Deco Yellow now. And I've got some white. I'm just making sure my lead's clean because we're using such light colours. I don't want to transfer. And I'm just using firm pressure and just making sure the tooth's flattened off and the very, very edge is lighter than the darker section. There's my gold handle. Okay, that's just mean. My husband's just walked in the door. They've been up at the market today and he's just brought me these. And of course I can't eat them now, can I? They're hot jam donuts. So I'll have to eat them after. Just likes to tease. Oh my god, eat them. Okay, so that's the gold curtain part done. I'm going to use the white gel pen and I'm just going to put a little bit of a shiny highlight, if it will work, just on the very edge of that dark part. Oh, they smell so good. Just a couple of spots. There. They're like, eat one, eat one. Oh dear. I'll make a mess. They're really, really messy. Alright, so I've done that bit now. I'm going to move on to the hair, and the hair will pretty much take up the rest of the time today. So I think we will do the flip through now and have that done, and then we can, don't spill any jam. Exactly, that's what will happen. So no, I'm not going to have it. And I'll have sticky fingers and it's just a pain. Oh. No, you will not eat them. You can take them, but don't eat them. I'll have them after. He just made a face. Oh. Alright, we will do the flip through. If you don't like the music, then you might want to turn your speakers down because there's Christmas music on this one. So we'll do the flip through, and today's giveaway will be this book. So afterwards we'll do a giveaway of the book, and it is a digital version. So if you're not interested in it, don't enter the giveaway. If you are, then we'll tell you the giveaway rules after the flip through. I'm sure that Linda's got them all ready to go for me again. So yeah, I agree, markers are really good, especially when you've got really sore hands. Okay, so I'm going to move on and we're going to do this flip through. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let me just get the name of it, because I keep forgetting the full name. It is the LACY Sunshine Christmas Joy Greatest Hits Colouring Book. Okay. It's a really pretty book, so let's pop in and have a look at it, guys. So guys, I'm back. What did you think? I see a few comments in there. It's really cute. There's loads of images in there, and I agree with Debbie. Hi Debbie, by the way, and Morticia. That there's loads and loads of images in there, and it'd be awesome to be able to do Christmas cards with some of those. Really pretty. So yeah, lots to do. I didn't get to eat my donuts, but he did make up for it by giving me a hot cup of tea. And also he brought back a finger brace for me so I can stick that on my finger later on. And I won't have to move it. He also brought me a nice little arm for my webcam as well, so I can have a little less shaking, hopefully, with that one. Very, very cute. Dip in some donuts. He's very good. Very, very blessed to have him around. So how's that? Really pretty images. So Heather's also bringing out a new book next week, which I'll be doing a flip through of as well, which is really cute. So we'll be able to see that one next week, and next week will be our last week as well, so we will hopefully have finished our lovely lady here by then, and we'll be able to do our last flip through. It's really been a really great month. So we will have had 4 giveaways and 4 flip throughs. The other 3 books that came out were Spooktacular, Rory's For the Love of Rory, I think it was called, and also there was a Heather's garden book as well, which has got like a greatest hits book as well, which has got lots of garden images in it. So the other 3 were really pretty as well. Heather, where are you? I said, did you just come in? Everybody talks too fast. I don't get to catch you. You can. Oh, there you are. Welcome. Well, Linda, maybe you'll win this week. Maybe you'll win it. Just got to pick the right number, girl. Yes, For the Love of Rory and Magical Garden. That's right. And then was there another one, a third one? The Spooktacular one. Was that a new one as well? So yeah, I'll pop those links up again for if you don't happen to win the giveaway today. You can purchase it. I'll pop the download link for the digital book here now. So I've just popped that in there. And also it's now available on Amazon US. I couldn't find it on Amazon Australia yet. So if you want the physical book, it's there as well. So while we're talking about Heather, Heather also has a LACY Sunshine's Colour and Craft Club membership. So I'll pop the link for that in there as well. It's $5 US a month, or $4.99 a month. And you get access to the secret group on Facebook. You get 2 images per month to exclusive to the group to colour, and also Heather's been putting in a few more other images in there as well, so lots of stuff there. She'd also post up some special discounts and things as well on occasion, so you'll be able to see those too. I'll pop the link in the description for that too. I think that's everything. So yeah, let's of course they're for real. Why wouldn't they be for real? Have I missed something? Here's Heather's awesome Facebook group as well. I'll pop the link for that up there as well. If you want to join in the last week of this event and you're watching later, the link is in the description below, and the image is available without the critters and with the critters in the group in an album. I've left them in an album so everyone can add in their finished pieces as well when we've finished. So I think that's everything I need to go through with you. I think we're ready to start the giveaway. So we've got some rules. haven't we, Linda? Here we go. Pick one number between 1 and 100. The first to pick a number gets that number. You don't type anything during the giveaway time except your number. So no chatting or typing in that time. We start the timer when I say go. So don't write any numbers yet. The closest number without going over that number wins. I will be doing the random number from, I've actually got it ready today on my phone here. So we'll be doing random generate at the end. So Linda's still writing up the rules, so we're not doing any numbers yet, so stop numbering. So no talking until the winning number is chosen. When I say go is the time, and that will be actually physically typed in the live chat. Also make sure that your chat is on live chat, not top chat. Anything said before I say go isn't counted. Anything after I say stop isn't counted. I'm going to get everyone to type in ready when they're ready. So make sure that you have read the rules. Make sure that you're on live chat. I'm going to physically type in the words go, go, go in the live chat discussion box. When I type that is when you start writing your numbers down. So one number per person. The first number to pick that number, first person to pick that number gets that number. The closest number without going over that number wins. Okay, so I'm going to get everyone to write ready. I'm going to wait a second. Number between 1 and 100. Okay, we've got a few that are saying ready now. Only one number each. Okay, so I've got loads of readies there, so good luck everybody, and I hope that you win. That's hard with all of you. I hope that you all win. I can't say that, can I? If you've just come in, please make sure you read the rules in the live chat before you comment, and go guys. No comments during the giveaway time. If you've just come in, read the comments, make sure you're on live chat, and if you're quick you'll still get into the giveaway. So no commenting at this stage, just numbers. Remember, the first person to pick that number gets that number. I probably should have put a timer on. I'll give you guys another minute. So for those just coming in, please no chat. We've got a good range of numbers so far, guys. Make sure your chat is on live chat. Only one number per person. Okay guys, I've got my random generator here. What's all the fuss about? Randomness. No talking until I've drawn the number. The number is 58. So the closest person to number 58 without going over is the winner. I'm going to let the admins flick through and have a look. Oh, I think we had a 57. Charlotte, I think, yeah, 57 was the closest. Congratulations, Charlotte. And Charlotte, I have you on Messenger, so I'll contact you to get an email address off you. Well done. Very exciting. So guys, there is one more week left. We'll be doing Heather's newest book next week, so you'll have another chance to win a book next week. Congratulations. So thank you guys so much for joining in on that and following along with the rules. And a big thank you to Heather for the amazing books that she's been doing lately, especially under the circumstances that you've been in. And we all pray that you are feeling okay, getting better, and we hope that you'll continue to bring us joy with your books. So if you didn't get a chance to win that today, I've got the digital copy available. I'll just pop it up on the screen for you. Also, the digital copy doesn't have the watermark across it either. I actually just put that in there just for the purpose of the flip through. And if you want the physical book, it's now available on Amazon as well. So there you go. Congratulations. So we're going to finish off the last hour with the hair, and hopefully we get it finished today. So you guys, next week we'll be finishing off the background and the rest of the sort of details in there. It wasn't on live. Oh no, Kenny. Even I sometimes forget to change it over, or if I go away from the page and come back, it changes back to top chat, so it's a bit of a pain, but yeah. Excuse me. Now I'm going to start with some black, but before we do that, I need to sharpen it. It's so little. I don't know if I can sharpen it. I think it might be too little to go in my froggy. Oh, look at that. It'll just fit. There we go. Just putting it back in the extender now. Oh. So if you click on the actual section where it says top chat, there's like a toggle tool underneath it, and you just click on that and it brings up both options. So make sure you've clicked on live chat. So I've got black, and we're going to go in and do some shadow areas first. I'll start over here where the curtain is. I'm just going to go and line that area there, because it's sort of laying over her hair a little bit, so she's probably standing right up against it. Well, I'm saying she's standing right up against it. I'll zoom in again for you because I'm a bit far away again. You're back. Zooming back in. Okay, so we're doing the shadow areas. So I like to use the things that are laying on top of the hair to help me build my strands of hair. So I always go from the shadow area out. What I do is I treat each part of the hair, so this is a part of hair here, it goes all the way up here. And I'll treat each part in as a separate piece so that I don't get too overwhelmed with all of this going on here. If I just work on each individual section of hair, then it's a little bit easier. So starting from the bottom, I like to flick out up towards the middle and then come back down the opposite side. Follow the direction of the hair as well, so I'm always flicking in the direction the hair is going. Now this bit of hair here is laying on top here, so I'm going to use that to my advantage and flick from there down as well. Starting on the next section, flicking up. And then there's a bit of hair laying over, so that's a shadow area, so flicking back down. Okay, flicking up and then back down. Curving around the hair again. Oh, Heather. They're called critters. Yeah, so this fancy little thing here, if you're new and didn't know, is actually covering over a little critter. You can see it in the main image anyway, and the ones down here were critters at some stage as well, but they're not anymore. Okay, so this bit of hair here has a real curve to it, but I want this part here to be quite shiny, so I'm going to make sure when I come and curve around like that, we just flick down a few into that area. And going back up that way. So also this part here is laying behind, so I'm just going to continue to build shadows. Yeah, that's what it is under the sticker. If you have a look at in the group, you'll be able to see the image in its entirety. So make sure your pencil's nice and sharp. We're just flicking lines out. I try to vary the lengths as well, so some are really long and some are short. And some go all the way through. Just to vary it up a little bit, and it doesn't look like then just one direct line of highlight, it's sort of mixed through. Oh, you might have downloaded the one without it. The other one's in the same album, and it includes it. So for those that still want to include it, they can. So I got a few happy emails this week as well. So not just happy mail, I got some happy email. Christine Caran's brought out an awesome, cute little book, which I will be putting up tomorrow for you guys, so you can check that out. I'll show you the image in a moment. I'm using Nina Classic Crest Solar White Smooth paper. This is the 80-pound one. The reason I've sort of kicked over to using this one is because I can use all pencil types and I can also use marker on this paper, so I don't need to swap and change out of my printer anymore. The only thing is that this is only available in America, so getting it here has been quite difficult, but I still have quite a few sheets, so hopefully they'll last me a little bit longer. I've got all the links for everything that I've been using or that I do use in my videos in the description as well, so check that out. Just working on each section at a time, making sure that I'm putting a shadow line where hair is laying over the top of other hair. Christine's new book. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but I think it's the same with all paper that you use. If you figure out how to use it with your own mediums, you should be right. There are papers, obviously, I've tried that are just terrible. I did do a comparison video for patrons. If you're a patron, you can pop over there and check that out. It's quite long, but I do go through a lot of different paper and a lot of different pencils, so you'll be able to see what pencils react to what paper. I need to do a marker one, I just have not had time. Look, there's a little bit of hair up here, a little coil, you might say. Curl. Just putting in a shadow for the curtain first. I'm thinking that it's going to be quite dark in that area, so I'm just going to go down here and just extend that a little bit. Oops, off camera. Sorry guys. I forgot, it's a tiny little area. My light's flashing too, so I'm hoping you can't see that on the video. It's been playing up lately. It is on nearly 24/7 though. It's going to be quite warm here today. We've got 28 on our weather thing. So we were talking about this the other day, that I think that Australia misses the middle seasons. Oh, I just got a package. Happy mail. Just going to open it and have a look. I think my patrons might like this one. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Check this out, guys. So so I've actually got I've got one here to yes, Shadow's just decided to come say hello finally because I was opening packages. She can hear it. So this is the little sharpener. It's a hand manual sharpener there, and This particular one comes with a little baby sharpener. And it also comes with a, if you can see that in the back there, is a desk. It holds it on the desk for you. He's so cute. Look at this. And I'll be giving one of those away to an Australian patron at the end of the month. Unfortunately, due to postage costs, I won't be able to do it for the American patrons, but American patrons will have a different price. So yes, Kim, they do have it in a couple of Australian, if you're getting it from Australia, that is, they do have a couple of shops here that do have it, but you can only get it in packs of 50, I think, and usually it's around $20 for a pack of 50. Dawn, where are you? And hi, by the way, I didn't say hi before. Yeah, I got it. I think I got it for, I've seen it on Amazon, and I'm thinking about getting a 500 pack of it, and just sort of biting the bullet and getting a whole lot, just so I've got it. Shadow, what are you doing? Wow. Somebody just asked what my other happy mail was, so just give me a sec. Sorry, we'll get back to the picture. I've got some beautiful magical fairies that gave me this lovely book, which I didn't have, so just a gorgeous book by Henna Calzone. And I ordered for myself this lovely book off Etsy, which is just a Chinese colouring book with some anime, yeah, it is Chinese, sorry, and some beautiful images in that one. And I ordered Forest Girl colouring book premium edition with the hardcover, and it came with some little stickers. They're so cute. This is an absolutely gorgeous book, and I'll do a flip through of it at a later stage because it's so thick. Oh, I can't put the cover thing back on. And another awesome fairy gave me this one. Which is really, really cool. I think that's all I got this week. Here I am saying all. That's everything, which is a lot. Oh yes, and I've got a package coming from Linda tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait for that one. Yes, Pam, I totally agree. So yeah, I got some awesome stuff this week, so pretty happy with that. I'm just going to zoom in again. Okay, so where's my... I'll tell you later, Linda. I'll send you a message. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. Just continuing on with their hair now. He's very, very cute. And I was pretty happy to find them fairly cheap here, so I'm pretty excited. That was good. And plus you get all this little bonus stuff in it. So yeah, pretty cool. So I'm still working on each section of hair here. So yes, you can see that I've had lots of happy mail this week, which has been awesome. Got some wonderful little fairies that have been extremely generous. There is another Henna Calzone book which is on its way, it just hasn't arrived yet. I can't remember what the name of that one was. Now this little round sort of coil, I'm just kind of going to do random coil lines in there. What ones don't I have now? I only had one Henna Calzone book, I think. I have to have a look. Maybe I had two. I can't remember. I know I only had one Clara Markova book, and I've got the new one coming. I think I've already got, I think the one I've got is Magical Delights, but there's another one. But I'm getting the new one, the fairy one. I'll probably get that at the same time as you because we're getting it from the same place, yeah? Serene, yeah. So good news for Amazon US, AU, Australia customers, with the Phoenix Amulet Publishing. We can now get some Nicholas Filbert. We're going to be getting Grazia Salvo's new book, all those sorts of things, which is really good. So our pleas for help on that subject went through, which is awesome. It means that we'll be able to order them here because previously we weren't able to. I think the Grazia Salvo Flowers and Gems book here in Australia, there was one listed on Amazon for like $380 or something like that. Ridiculous. Yeah, I think it did, Helen. I think it helped, definitely. But I was reading somewhere that apparently for the amount of sales they get from Australia on the Amazon US website, that they didn't think that the money was worth the time that it's going to take to transfer everything over to cope with our tax system. So I was quite disappointed in that. I thought that they would have lost a fair bit. But obviously that's not enough for them to consider it. Multi-million-dollar company, I guess. Just adding a line right through this one. Yeah, more supplies, that's right. I mean, slowly it's been building up. It was a lot worse at the start of the year. There was absolutely nothing. Gradually, more and more stuff's being available. I think that they did that too soon. Like the customer base wasn't really built up when they changed everything. So, yeah, I think they did it too soon. I think they should have probably changed it, you know, given it more time to grow here. So Amazon here, it used to only be Kindle and digital books, and then last year Yeah, I think it was last year they changed it so that we could actually buy more physical stuff and opened up a full Amazon warehouse. Yeah, they are. Because they're still, the prices are still so high because they're still so new, and because they're coming from America still, a lot of the products. And because they know we can't buy cheaper anywhere else, probably. Yeah, if I can find it cheaper, I will. I mean, we all do, don't we? So for these curls, I'm just doing each side. It's kind of like a braid as well. I do the same thing. So just coming in on either side of it and putting a highlight down the middle of it. These ringlets, beautiful hair. Wish I had ringlets like this. So I'm just going to adjust some of the shadows. Just remembering that the hair is supposed to be black, so it's going to be fairly dark in those shadow areas, so don't be afraid to go in nice and dark. Wish is okay. I've seen a few products on Wish, got a few things on Wish, but Wish takes forever. Some things just take months to get here. In all honesty, I think it's just lazy from the sellers. They just don't post things straight away. Like, I don't know. LA Express. Oh, I haven't bought anything from there. I did look at some diamond paintings on there a while ago, but LA Express. So I'm just going back in over the top of those previous lines I marked in, and I'm just going a little bit deeper now into these shadow areas. Making sure they're nicely defined. Putting some firmer pressure down now. So one more week of this one, and then we're going to be starting a image by Michelle Tracy, which I probably should contact her and see what we're doing, which is pretty exciting. And also I've got some lined up for next year already. Yana Prospera, is that how you say it? I'm going to do a colour along with her. So, and I'm fairly certain we'll have another Heather Valentin one as well next year. I didn't have anything planned for December at this stage, so I'm just going to get through November and see how we go. Yeah, it's like that on eBay too, Linda. You've got to actually send them a message to ask them. I found a new company for diamond paintings, and I'm currently in the process of doing an ad for them, so or not an ad, a review video for them. But I'm not very far into it. I've just had so much stuff on, I haven't had time. Okay, so it's looking nice and dark now. And we can see down here too, there's a lot of skin areas which I'll fill out later on. Hi Kimberly. Okay, I think we'll move on to the next colour now. So mainly black, but we're going to come in with some cool grey. I like the cool greys for hair because they're kind of blue, and you know, when people get their hair dyed black, you can get blue black. So sticking with the cooler shades. Thanks so much, Heather. Get some rest, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. So I've got cool grey 90%. And I'm just coming over the top of those previous lines and just adding some more in. So this being quite a dark colour, you're going to be only able to see a slight colour difference between this and black. But that's okay because I want it to be mainly black. So I have done black hair before on a Heather Valentin colour along, so it's going to be very similar to that, of course. But sometimes it just goes, so you've just got to do it. It was just coincidence that it happened to be black again. What are we doing? We're doing cool grey 90%, and I'm going back in over the top of the black now and just extending those areas. Well, I'm thinking that you're here or you're there. Just going in and filling in some more hair strands. Hair takes the longest, I think, but for me it's the most therapeutic. There's sort of no thought process, I guess. Just flicking. My pencil's getting a little bit blunt, but we're still good. Looking good, starting to look like shiny hair. These sections down here, I'm just doing a couple of lines through. I think that's good. Moving up now to Cool Grey 70%. And just going in a little bit further now. We're going to start to fill in these highlight sections a little bit more. We still want to be able to see some, so don't go too far over it that you're covering it over completely. We want to make sure we've got a few strands of white through there just to show some nice shiny sections. So only a couple of strokes of this one through each part. So I'm kind of going mainly in the highlighted section now. A couple of strands are going out through into the darker section. But we want, as I said, we want to make sure that we've got still a little bit of a highlight there for white highlight there for that real shine. And I think we're going to need to come back in with some more black. I think it's gone a little bit too grey now. Okay, now I've got a little bit of dust, let me just get rid of that. I've got the 50% cool grey, but I don't want to use too much of this, so really just a couple of lines through the highlighted section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the colourless blender, the Caran one, and I'm going to go just flatten off the tooth in all of the highlighted places and just check how it's looking. But I think we may need to come back in with the black in those shadow areas just to deepen them up again, because we've gone over with the lighter colour a little bit and it's looking more grey now. Okay, so I'm just going to use that colourless blender, and I'm going to try to keep in the same direction the hair is going so I don't smudge crossways. And I'm just cleaning off the blender with my finger just to make sure that I'm not smudging any of that dark colour into the lighter areas as well. The great thing about this colourless blender is that you can go back over it again, like it's really just laying a light layer on, but I think because it's so smooth you can go back over with more colour. Oh, thanks Sherry and Pam. I love hair. It's one of my favourite things to do. And you know, it used to be the most daunting to me too. But now I enjoy it the most. How's that? I think I found it the most daunting on the Jasmine Beckett images. They have so much hair and there's a lot, like half of the picture is hair in most of them. And I just look at it and I would be like, oh, I have to do hair, how am I going to do it? But now I look at them and think, yay. But I think it's amazing how much you grow and what you struggle with ends up being something that you actually like. A bit of a challenge originally, but so you can see as I've softened off the tooth there, there's a lot, it looks a lot like grey. So I'm going to come back in with Yeah, Sherry, don't do that. Just take your time and work on each piece individually as well. Like, try not to make it so daunting for yourself. I'm just trying to sharpen that pencil again, but it is so tiny now that he's just sitting out of the froggy. Charlotte, it is the best blender I've ever found. Coming back in with black, I think the trick is, I've got another blemish in the paper just there. It's like a, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's like a spot, like up here. It's almost like something's been spilt on it, and it's put a coating over it. Bit of a pain. Just coming in with the black again, and just really defining some more of those black lines. And some of them I've just pushed straight through as well. So yeah, I really wanted that nice and dark. So you can see on that section I've just done compared to this section next to it. Yeah, it looks a lot deeper. I think the trick is to make sure your pencil set stays sharp and try to, as much as possible, not actually physically shade in an area. Try to keep individual strokes. Keeping the highlighted bits in between as well helps because it makes it look more textured. And I approach hair the same way with markers as I do with pencils. So my fingers are getting sore now. I was sort of hoping my voice would be a little bit better, but it's still a little crackly today. I've been drinking plenty of water. There we go. I think that's starting to get a little bit darker. Oh, Helen, speaking of broken, that's why I have the colourless blender. This actual extender is like hollow, so I could fit, I'll just show an example. This is a whole long pencil, but the actual extender, I can fit it almost all the way in to the bottom, so it's hollow all the way to the bottom, which means that with the colourless blender I can put a whole one in there and get it all the way, you know, to the bottom. It's poking out there, but and it means that I won't break it because I struggle with them. They are awesome, but they do break very easily. So I've just kept one in an extender permanently now, and I haven't broken. This is the first one I haven't broken. So great idea. And it means you're protecting it for longer. You should see I've got a bag load of tiny little pieces of colourless blender. Trying to keep the sides really dark. And I think we need more shadow in here because this is this bit of hair here is actually leaning on this part, so I'm just going to go in a little bit darker on the very edge of that. I'm kind of curling the pencil around there and making sure I separate those parts a little bit too. There's like individual curls. Just making sure they're, you know, sorted. It's a little bit better there. They look a little bit more like little donuts. Speaking of donuts, not long now. So I'm coming down on the very edge and just sort of curving the pencil around the curl. I end up, when I put marker underneath something, I end up colouring over it with pencil anyway, so to me it's kind of a waste. I just find that I'm wasting my ink. For heavy-handedness, hold your pencil up here, because it's really hard to be heavy-handed when you're holding the pencil up here. It stops you from pushing down pressure. As soon as you grab the pencil down here, you're going to put firmer pressure. So I do up here, and I lay my pencil kind of on the side and use it like that, and it stops me from putting pressure on the pencil. I have a Caran extender, but it doesn't fit the Caran pencils, just so you know. This is a Caran extender here. It's made of like aluminium. But it doesn't fit the Caran extender, and that's it. It stops there. You can't push the pencil down any further. I've also got the Derwent extender. This is a Derwent one. The Derwent one's hollow as well, but in the pack, the set of two, the silver one's the only one that holds larger sized pencils, like Caran and Polychromos, but I just got these from eBay actually. I got, I think, 4 in a pack, and my husband had to drill out the silver part a little bit though, because they were a little bit tight, but they're the ones I've got. I'm using white now, and I'm just going to finish off and make sure all of those sections are now completely flat. It's really sharp, and I'm trying not to rub the pencil over that too much, because I don't want it to blend in. I want them to stay individual strands. Alrighty, nearly finished, yay! Just going over those. I think I'm nearly done. She's looking pretty cool. I like her black hair and shininess. I've got a couple of sections that I think need the tooth still a little bit high, so I'm just going to use the colourless blender again and just make sure the rest of it's flattened off completely now. I've sharpened it so that it's a little bit more pointed too, because they flatten off really quickly. There's not a lot of pigment left, so I'm not too worried about the like it's not getting as dirty as it was the first time I used it, because we've already removed a lot of that excess pigment. I think that the Caran d'Ache Full Blender also makes things look a little bit deeper as well, like it pushes it right into the tooth, and the colour, actually the pigment darkens up a little bit, so it does kind of change the colour slightly, but I think for the better. I'd prefer to use this to burnish down than using a white, because a white lightens everything, whereas this seems to sort of deepen it up a little bit more. I'm still trying to follow the line of the hair as well, because I don't want to smudge across the hair. Nearly lifted it up. What's hiding behind door number 1? A critter. So I'm nearly finished, guys. If you've got any questions, shout them out. I want to show you the image that I'm bringing out tomorrow in the speed colouring and flip through. And I might just quickly show you what I've been working on as well. Just zoom back out again. Hi, Rad. Caran d'Ache Fix Pencil. I might have to check that out too. I'm just going to zoom back out so you can see what we've done so far. So today we did the gold, we finished off the green in her outfit there, we've done the stick, and we've also done her hair. So next week we'll work on the background and the flowers. Excuse me. And I've also got to fill out some of the skin area. I'm going to do that off camera though, but I'm just going to fill in this area here behind the mask there, just with the skin tones that we used up the top, so no different technique or anything, just filling in the colour. She's looking pretty good, isn't she? Oh, I really like that hair, it's good. So tomorrow I'm going to be bringing out this one. This is a Christine Caran's new Benny Blue colouring book. So I'll be bringing out a speed colouring and flip through of that one tomorrow, so keep a lookout for that. Very, very cute. And I've just finished working on this awesome image by Momo Girl from her new colouring book, which is coming out in December. This one's done with Polychromos pencils and Neo Colour. So we're going to be doing that next week sometime. I'll bring out the speed colouring for that. And I'm also working on this one, which is a Nathaniel Wake image, and I'm using the chameleon pens because I said I'd do a quick tutorial on those, so I'm using the chameleons for that. But yeah, we've got heaps going on. I'll also at some stage do a flip through of the Forest Girls colouring book. At some stage as well, because I want to do a picture out of there. So congratulations, Charlotte. I'll contact you and grab an email from you and we can organise that book for you. And patrons, keep a lookout because this month's giveaway, as I said, for Aussie patrons is going to be a froggy. Or 2 froggies actually, isn't it? And I can probably see what the cost would be to ship out one to America, but I'll see how I go. I was just going to do a digital book for US and other countries. So much colouring, not enough time. Yeah, the hat came out awesome. That was using black and green. So yeah, the clothes will be similar colour to that as well. Oh, Dawn. We might be able to look at doing something for you then. But yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty happy with that. They just came today, so that was good. Yeah, I'll pop up some links again for the digital book that we just did the flip through of, the LACY Sunshine Christmas Joy Grace Greatest Hits one. I'll pop that up again. And I've also got the Amazon link for the physical book. Only for the US at the moment. It's not out here in Australia yet. I've also got the LACY Sunshine Colour and Craft Club membership details here as well. I'll pop that in there. No worries, Kathy, thank you. With the frog, Deli have other types of novelty sharpeners that aren't a frog, but there's like a panda, I think, on Amazon. I've actually linked them. If you have a look at my kit, the link is in the description below as well, and also there's some links further down on Amazon. Some of those, I actually linked a novelty sharpener by Deli, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be very similar. Does a panda work well then, Helen? Because yeah, I've seen the panda, and somebody just got an owl. But yeah, this is Heather's Facebook group as well. No, the froggy is cute. And it's my nickname, so that's why my husband brought it for me. He wanted to get it because my dad calls me Frog. I'll also pop up the link for my Facebook group as well. You can check that out. And there also the event is in the link below, so if you're already in the Facebook group and you want to actually find the event for this one, it is in under the events, but also in the description I've popped the link for that too, so you can check that out there. Picture not in book. What picture? This picture is not in a book, no. This picture is an exclusive for my group, so Heather drew it up just for us. So you must be in the my Facebook group to be able to get access to it. The link's in the description. The first link is my Facebook group. And make sure you answer the questions if you're not in the group. And an admin will let you in. No worries, Charlotte. I'll speak to you soon. Congratulations. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening or day. And I will see you all next week, and we'll do the final part of this picture. Bye, guys. Thanks again.